going on, everybody? Hopefully my video comes out the way it should come out. How's everybody doing today, man? I'm currently working the LSU game that's going on right now. Currently at the LSU stadium, but I just had to drop this video. I want to talk about the 50-year mortgage. The 50-year mortgage to me is absolutely insane. Let's take me for instance, right? I'm 49 years old, all right? So let's say I'm dumb enough to do that, to get a 50-year mortgage, right? So I'm 49. So just count how many years it would take me to pay off a 50-year mortgage. You guessed it, I'll be dead already. I'll be dead. Who the hell will want to do a 50-year mortgage if you're 50 years old already? You gonna be 100 years old trying to pay off a house? I don't think so. As much as they trying to kill you right now in this society, in this world, are they trying to kill you with the food? You better not be killing me on the taxes. And for the life of me, I can't understand this. We had a government shutdown, right? Why the IRS ain't get shut down for the government shutdown? How the hell they still send me a bill for over $2,000? If the government so-called shut down, why y'all still active? Like my girl Really Graceful say, why nobody ain't shut y'all ass down yet? Why y'all don't have a shutdown? Because y'all definitely need a shutdown. I wish Trump would have took all y'all from out of there until I get rid of the IRS totally, man, because why should you have to pay money to live in a country? Like, I don't understand that. What are we paying taxes for? I don't understand that either. Every time I look at my check stub, I see something that say this tax, that tax, this tax, that tax. So I'm like, you got to pay to live in the country? You got to pay to live in the country, and you got to also, you got to pay to work. I'm like, how you supposed to get ahead? Then on top of that, everything is so high and everything is so unaffordable. I mean, I'm currently leasing right now, and I remember leasing used to be cheaper than paying a car note, right? So tell me why leasing is just like paying a car note. There is no difference in leasing and paying a car note now. I'm starting to believe what they say, you will own nothing and be happy about it. I don't want to own nothing here. I don't want to own nothing. I don't want to own nothing here. Don't get me wrong. I love United States of America because I feel like you could come here from another place and you could make it. Especially if you're from another place, you really can make it from what I see. But if you already from here, why can't you make it? Like, why I can't walk my black ass in the bank and get a loan, but somebody who is opposite color of me who ain't from here could walk in the bank and get a loan? Why is that, man? Like, I don't understand that. And I know some people that live in this country as well is probably scratching their head on this one too. It's like, you know what? Why can't I open up a store on my block? Why can't I get a loan on my block? But instead, I see a whole bunch of check cashing places that's loan sharks, pay their loans and all that right there, man, because you can't afford to pay your bill. So you go in there and you get a loan, you get a payday loan, knowing you can't even afford to pay the payday loan back because you didn't make enough money from your check, on top of them taking a truckload of taxes out your money every time you get paid. It's like, how you supposed to make it, man? How you supposed to save money? Can somebody answer that? How you supposed to save money when you're not making enough money? When all your money is going out the window, all your money is going on a car, all your money is going on rent, all your money is going on groceries, all your money is going on everything but saving. All your money is going out. As soon as your money come in, it's going out. I just don't understand how you're supposed to make it like that. You can't. I mean, you could try to invest, but as soon as you hit a hole, you got to take your money out your investments, and you got to spend that money, and then you got to try to pay yourself back to try to put your money back that you just took out. But the money you just took out, and you can't afford to pay it back. I'm talking about it's so bad to where you can't even borrow from yourself and pay yourself back. That's how bad it is. And unfortunately, it's going to get a whole lot worse, man, because unless they fix something, unless they fix inflation and they start lowering stuff down, it's the only way we're going to be able to make it. But guess what? They're not about to do that. Terribly sorry. They're not about to fix all that. We will not be what we once were. We are too far gone for that. We already sold out. We already sold ourselves out already. Then I heard something about a 15-year car loan. That's completely insanity. Because we all know cars don't even last 5 years. So, only reason why I chose to do the lease thing, I get a new vehicle every 3 years, but that I'm just wasting money away on doing that too. That don't really make no sense even doing that, but at least I'm only doing it because I will have dependable transportation, because the last car I financed was a complete trash. It was absolutely trash. And it was a Honda Civic. It was completely trash. I think I spent more money on that thing than that thing was worth. So my wife came up with a good idea. She's like, you know what, just trade it in. Just go ahead, just get rid of it. So I said, you know what, yeah. I said, but you know what, I don't want to own anything here. I'm just going to lease from here on out. So call it wasting money, call it what you want. But I don't have to worry about a vehicle ever again in life. But I do have to worry about if I can't afford to make that payment. That's the only bad thing about that. Trying to continue to make that payment, it's hard. And everybody seems like everybody is buckling down, man. Nobody ain't buying nothing. Everybody is kind of like less consuming on a large scale lately, man, if you notice it. So try to stay as positive as you can. Try to save whatever scraps that you can. I mean, right now, and I know I was just talking about not being able to save, but you have to have some sort of investment plan. I don't care if it's $5, $10, it adds up. So, like myself, I have a Coinbase account, so you guys can download Coinbase and start putting money into Bitcoin. I don't care if it's $5 a week, whenever you get paid, put it in there, because that's where a majority of the country's wealth, I'm talking the wealthy of the wealthiest, a lot of their money is into Bitcoin that they're not saying. They're not talking about where they're really putting their money at, and they're putting their money in there. So Bitcoin was 120, I think it was 120 something thousand. It pulled back. I think it pulled back to where somewhere like it stopped at 94,000. So it's like Warren Buffett says, when the tide goes out, you're gonna see who all been swimming naked, which means that you're gonna see exactly who owned what, because so people probably selling at a panic, and that's what they want you to do. They want you to sell in a panic, but I say don't sell. Hold your money, let it sit there, because it's gonna go right back up. Because I do know somebody right now, 60% of their net worth is in Bitcoin. So guess what? And the person who I'm talking about is a very powerful person, and guess what? They is not gonna let Bitcoin crash. Now when they leave, it might crash, and you guys might have an idea of who I'm talking about, but I'm just saying, you know, be smart about it, you know. As another stock company that I invest in called Stash, which is very, very easy as well. You know, and you don't need a million different stock companies. You only need top 5. Okay? And in my previous videos I've discussed that numerous amounts of time. I'm gonna tell you guys again. Amazon, Nvidia, Microsoft. You even do Apple now, because Apple did a hell of a fire turnaround. As for one more, I like Google. So Amazon, Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, and Google. Because you really don't need all those companies. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to have to be able to finance all those companies. So the less the companies you have, the better, is what I'm saying. You got 5 companies, you can afford to put $20 in each company. I recommend putting a little bit more than that, but whatever you could afford is fine. And let it sit it and forget it. Unless you really need the money, it's there, and it's much better than have it sitting in a savings account, unless it's a high yield savings account. Anyway, that's my take on everything today, y'all. I've talked enough. I've said enough. Hopefully, I've reached some people out there. Hopefully, I've reached some people out there. You guys take care, and I'll talk to y'all soon.